Hey guys, Keith from Keith's Pit Stop. Jeremy had a car sent up here. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to go check it out, see what it's all about. I think it's a 2012 good old Caprice. She's a little rough around the edges. I think every body panel has a dent or beat up. I mean, she looks a little rough. But then, we're just gonna run the dog crap out of it. Ooh. She's sounding a little rough. Whoa. Just tapping, a little rough. Game plan is he's going to send up some parts. We're going to do cam and heads to it, and then he's going to tune it. I think he's going to drive it home to Florida. Good luck with that, Jeremy. She got a little carbon on her. We'll clean that all up. I'm sure Jeremy will keep her clean. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. So, get the other head off her a little bit. Get the bump stick out. Let's see what we got.
Do you know what today is? Today is Christmas because Brian Tooley just really hooked it up. Look at that! Look at all these goodies! Oh man. Platinum freaking valve spring kit. Got a new oil pump. Got head studs. Got our camshaft. We're gonna be putting in LS9 head gaskets. These are like a 9 layer head gasket. Same thickness. Pretty sharp. Let's see what else we got. We got our thermostat. We got our LS7 lifters. We're gonna spin this thing up there. A new oil pump because, you know, that old tired girl, she's gonna need it. But just another day. What's better than modifying a car you haven't even paid for yet? Let's freaking throw this cam in here. This is like Christmas. There she goes. Look, they did a hell of a job cleaning everything up. So how long did this take you?
About a week.
About a week? All right. No, it wasn't that long. No. But we're doing the engine rejuvenation. I am super stoked here. This thing is going from a turd to a shining turd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say you can't polish a turd, but we're trying.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's put her in there, man. Cam bearings actually look pretty good.
Yeah, they don't look bad.
Yeah, no, we're good. Sweet. Yeah, let's freaking roll with it, man.
Okay.
Never want to just go in dry. Bad things can happen. You're really taking your. I like how thorough you're being there. Everything's all off. I thought we might need to do a rear main seal on her, but looks like the rear main is okay. Kind of had a big old leak. I guess you said it was somewhere around the
valve covers were leaking.
Oh, valve! Freaking everything was leaking. So we're putting in some studs right here because we're gonna send it.
Race car.
Because race car. So Brian Tooley really hooked it up. We got all our supporting stuff that we need to get this done. Titanium retainers, dual valve springs, studs, DOD delete. So we got rid of the 4-cylinder mode, and we're going to run this camshaft, of which we will speak about a little bit later. I can't tell you exactly what the camshaft is because I would ruin the surprise. Working on getting the headers, This is a weird bird. So this thing, it's Australian. It kind of got some Camaro parts that they kind of use and whatever, but we're gonna try and stick the Camaro header in there, see if we can make that fit. And I got a Camaro catback, like the NPP, so we'll be able to run that up to the intake manifolds when we go full throttle. It'll open up. That's a pretty neat little option. It'll be quiet when I want to be quiet. When I step on the throttle, it'll be nice and loud. Pretty much, you got your loud pedal at throttle at will. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. This is kind of like restoration of this pig. I mean, everything you see around here, it's just like, this was a northern car. She's got lots of rust and super busted. So I'm gonna be working away on all the little problems there. But yeah, we're tightening the studs right now. Got LS9 head gaskets. So like I said, a super thick head gasket. One of the big important things of what I wanted to try and talk about was the overall cost of this. So we got this pig for $4,500, all right? So I ordered a front bumper and a rear bumper because they're really messed up. There's no saving the front and the rear. So we do have other plans to do with that, but at the same time, there's just no saving it to make it work. The other guy had kind of pieced two bumpers together. Even if we wrapped it, it just wasn't going to look right. So had to do that. Basically got about $1,500 worth of stuff from Brian Tooley. So we're roughly about $6,000. What do we have to do? There was a strut and then there was the hub. Okay, so we're probably going to be like $6,400 plus labor. I'll get you the labor cost on that. We have Fasterproms heads. A retail on that would be about $1,200. So we're looking at somewhere about $7,600. Oh, brake pads, yeah, and I think we might need to put some tires on and stuff. So it won't take too long, but we're going to be probably about $9,500. But that's replacing all of that stuff. That's going to be heads and cam. We're going to have the headers. The headers, I got some Chinese headers. They were about, I want to say, $400. So I mean, we're going to be $9,500, not including all the labor, but we should have something that is in the neighborhood of 450 wheel horsepower there. The car is flex fuel capable, so I don't have to buy a flex fuel sensor, and it comes with flex fuel injectors. So we're already ahead of the game with that, but just kind of a lot of maintenance. Because we got the car so cheap, we still ended up spending extra money on a few other odds and ends. So yeah, I think the front and rear bumper, they're a little bit expensive. You would think you could be able to find this readily available, but unfortunately it was about $400 for the front and $400 for the rear. I think plus the shipping, I mean, we're going to be at maybe $900 there. So again, we're going to be at like $10,500 or so, very close to $10,500 with all the stuff repaired, heads and cam and that. So I wanted to be able to give you a cost breakdown. I'll give you a little bit more information on that, but I wanted to share with you guys every dime that I got in this thing so that you guys can build the same exact thing for a moderate price and be able to repeat what we've done here. Alright, so this fella right here has an LS3 style intake manifold, and they got this nice big crazy sound dampener on there, and basically it keeps a lot of heat in. So what we do is we remove it any chance we get here. This keeps a lot of heat on that intake manifold, and when we pull it off, it is crazy hot under there. So what we're doing is just removing that, gonna throw it in the garbage, keep the heat off the intake manifold, kind of clean that puppy up. Kind of averages a bit more power. A team, B team, C team, all hitting it. Northern car, rusty as well, I don't know. So I think this rear end is a 292 rear end ratio. Not at all conducive to a super nasty, aggressive launch. Look, she's got saddlebags. We got about a 2-inch exhaust and just realized that the drive shaft is also about the same size. Can't imagine this thing's gonna hold a lot of power, but that's probably gonna be something that needs to be addressed in the near future. Alright, this thing has 77,000 miles, and hopefully you can see all the carbon and all the junk in there. So really light driving usually lends itself to eating up lots more carbon because it's a higher vacuum condition. Yeah, look at all that. We can kind of It's almost like porting the head. So these are the old heads that came off the car. The ported heads don't have any of that, obviously, but just all that junk and grime in there, you know. So it's kind of like you got to think of the car pretty much as if, you know, it's getting a workout. So the harder you are in the car, in a lot of ways, it can make a bit more power if you kind of run it hard. Same thing here. It's got a bunch of carbon. Right. Yeah, you can see it there. So yeah, we really kind of want to clean all that out. But the moral of the story is, beat it hard. It's like a good workout. The thing kind of is like a self-cleaning mechanism the harder you are on it. Made aware of this, and I'll tell you, by golly, it's got a pleasurable smell. So we're gonna give a little, maybe a lot. You know, she needs it. She's gonna smell, as this gentleman just told me, like the first dance of the night. Yep. Cover everything. Yep. There she goes. Cool. She's coming together. Getting close. She's still a dirty girl, but she's getting there. She's gonna be a quicker dirty girl. All right, so that was our factory cold air, and it went down to this box thing here that just is blah. So we're gonna make a cold air. That's just one of my favorite things to do. I have no idea why, especially for something that it wasn't designed for. This is gonna be fun. We'll steal the clamps off of that. Yeah. Use them on this. We just found all this crap upstairs. I got so excited I almost fell down the stairs. I'm like falling down with it. And the mass here is gonna be, it's gonna like get swallowed in. Actually, you know what? We have this coupler right here. That'll probably work.
Yeah.
That'll work. Yeah.
What? This?
Yeah.
All right. And that'll go there.
Yeah.
That'll go there.
Oh.
We just need to go to Lowe's and get some.
You do have a couple more of these. So
Yes.
We don't even need to go to Lowe's. We're gonna make this work with some sort of, like, you know, bubble gum, zip ties, a prayer, and
this way.
Hell yeah, we're like mostly there. This is what it's all about. We got some crap just sitting here lying around, and we're making a cold air out of it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is seriously like Christmas. This is so much fun, just like putting this thing together. I had some parts from a CTSV cold air that we make. I kind of butchered some parts from it and borrowed a couple things. So we got our air filter. This is a 4.5-inch green filter that we got down in there, and Keith cut up an AFE elbow that was a nice unique little piece, but this isn't too bad for what we got and what we kind of piecemealed together in about 25-30 minutes or so. So we are going to try and see what kind of power it makes. Got a couple other things as well that we're going to try and do, trying to prep it for a bunch more stuff. This has been a mission and a half just to get this thing to read. It's what? I was just saying it's been a mission and a half just to be able to read the computer. So this is about one of the most busted diagnostic ports I've ever seen. There, yeah. And we had no instrument panel cluster. Hey, how many fuses did we replace? Like 3? Yeah, so 3 fuses just to get the instrument panel cluster up and running. The diagnostic port to read. 11:11, and it is time to tune. So we're gonna try and crank this girl up here in just a minute. I'm getting pretty excited. You know, it's gonna be. We probably won't even be able to hear the cam. It's gonna be like so. Only got to bring this out for a little bit of special occasions. You know, just. Really
Instead of doing it like this, you need a whole bucket of that for this car. Seriously.
Oh, snap, we got power. Hell yeah. Things like a cornucopia of mystery. You know?
It's a mystery, right?
You have no idea what you're going to find.
Man, this thing doesn't even have carbon. It has a magnet. You just go to the car wash and just blow it out.
Yeah, yeah. That's just in case you got perpetrators urinating in the back.
Yeah.
So the rear speakers don't work. Perps don't even get the chance to listen to the radio.
Take the back seat up so I can check for some money.
Oh, it's trying to lay claim to my change now.
Oh, there's some kind of fluid running out from there, and I don't really want to touch it.
Oh, you know what though? It's probably oil. Yeah, it tastes like urine.
Hey, the back door handles don't work. Dude, there's a bullet hole in the seat.
Shut up.
Look.
It's freaking something, that's for sure. What the hell is that? Alright, just load up the tune. This is gonna be the first crank up with the heads and cam. The lifters got to get oil to them. They're like, brrr. Dang, it's got some shake to it. Oh, listen to that rumpity rump. And we got a little too much throttle decay. Or not enough throttle decay. It's like, brow. Let's go check it out. Oh my gosh, you can't even hear it. It's louder up front than it is up in the back. It's seriously louder up here than it is in the back. Yeah, I can't wait to get the headers on there and all that. It's gonna be so constipated. That exhaust is like pea shooters. It's like 3-finger. Hell yeah, dude! I can't believe it's happening. I know, it's like such a turn. This is so great now. It's like this is the beginning of something that's gonna be so much fun. I've never had something that it can just absolutely beat the tar out of and not care. We are at the beginning of our build here, of our kind of restoration and pretty much transformation into a race car. So right now, we've done all of our basic stuff just to get the car up and running, because as you might know, I had a one-way ticket up to Pennsylvania and I am driving this car back tomorrow. So it has to be ready, running. We've done some quick little road tests on it and it seems to be making some decent power. First pull, we're a little lean right here, we're a little rich all the way through there, and we're well beneath what I was hoping for power-wise, but that's all right. We're still going to be able to build on that. So we have 373 horse, 356 torque, dynoed in third gear. I think that was like 110 or something, I checked. Yeah, just shy of 110, it was like 108 miles an hour there. So we'll see if we can throw some more spark advance at her and lean that up, and hopefully this dog will hunt.
Hey, did you put the double kick tune in?
Oh, we got the AC on.
It shuts off on wide open throttle.
Most of the time, it might not on this though.
Okay, let's try it again. My mistake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's about all it's gonna do. Well then, Sam is off to a good start. Cool. Got a good air fuel. Gonna leave her alone. Can't wait to get the exhaust on this thing. We're all exhausted after a week like this, so
finally last day, end of the night, getting ready to dyno the car. So kind of looks like it's gonna be off to a good start. I think we could probably hit maybe a little bit over 410 maybe, I guess, with headers and so on and so forth. You don't think so? No?
Still not enough.
Yeah. Well, it needs a lot more, and it's gonna get a lot more, but we're gonna close on that. A little disappointed with the power, but it is a great starting point, and it feels like a hell of a lot of fun, because she will do a burnout, you know, and it will do some donuts. We got a lot more things to help with that a little bit later. So we need 700 wheel by October. Okay, that's the goal. 700 wheel by October. Make it happen. For no particular reason.
I did jump the gun. The Australians do have the fastest Holden, hands down. Okay, I'm not going to take it into the 7-second range or anything like that. What we're going to hold tight to first, our first order of business, our first goal, is going to be trying to, you know, run 9s for under 20 grand, including the purchase price of the car. So that is a goal. It's kind of hard to do, but I think that no matter what you get, you know, yes, you can probably do that with a Honda, but it's not really a street car anymore. This is still going to be able to haul the family and dogs and all that other gibberish, you know. But that is kind of the first order of business. Secondly, I wanted to say thank you so much to the guys at Keith's Pit Stop. Again, Keith, Charlie, Brady, Mark, guys, thank you so much. This project would not have been even possible if you guys hadn't dedicated so much time and effort towards little old me. So thank you so much for that. It would not have been possible without you guys, no doubt. A major thank you to Brian Tooley for hooking us up with all of the parts on very, very short notice. They bent over backwards for us, and they really hooked it up. So more information about the camshaft and some of the parts and components that what we picked and why we picked them coming up shortly. Stay tuned. We do have the exhaust system coming up very, very shortly for the Caprice. Can't wait to get that in there, and we have a very big other addition that's going to be added very shortly. Also, a little update here on our Escalade here. We got a couple thousand miles on it. It's running great, makes lots of power. It is still daily drivable without any sort of problem. Check out some of our other videos that have had our swap on this, but everything looks really good. Had zero problems with her. The conversion has turned out really good. So guys, just stick with us. This is just getting started. We're still in like first gear. We haven't even gotten anywhere yet. It is going to be so much better. This thing is gonna escalate pretty quickly, and we've got a lot of fun things that we're gonna try and do with Neighbor. We'll kind of walk you through the process of our next part of the build. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, and God bless you guys for watching. Hope to shed some light on all sorts of interesting things for you and bring up your day. See y'all later. Bye. I'm hiding.